Hello, Kin 610ers. Welcome to Evidence-Based Practice. As you all are aware by now, this is an online course with 3 scheduled face-to-face sessions. Some of you have already asked me, well, do I have to be present for those face-to-face sessions? Are those face-to-face sessions required? And so the answer to that question is you have 2 options. The option 1 is for you to show up to those face-to-face sessions and participate. And option number 2 is for you to show up in the virtual world, right? So in other words, if you can't come face-to-face and interact, then you could sign in using Canvas conferences and we can bring you into the virtual classroom. So I will be emailing all of you when that time comes to see what your preference is so that I can prepare to set up the virtual world or virtual classroom for you. So with that out of the way, I'd like to introduce myself just a little bit. I'm Dr. Nicole Cosby, and as many of you know, I teach in the Department of Kinesiology, and I'm also the Athletic Training Education Program Director. I've been doing this for about 5 years. This is my 2nd year teaching in the Masters of Science in Kinesiology, and I teach 2 courses. One of them is Gross Anatomy, which is exciting. I'll see you this summer. And the other is Evidence-Based Practice. And for the longest time, I didn't know what evidence-based practice was, and quite honestly, I didn't know what it was until I went and did my dissertation work. And I was privileged to work with a mentor who was a leader in evidence-based medicine and also a research in evidence-based practice. And through that process of him mentoring me and advising me, I became passionate about the topic of evidence-based medicine. I truly believe that when you become an evidence-based practice clinician, that your world actually changes. You start to see better patient outcomes. You start to become a better clinician. You start to become more well-rounded. If you're going to get a PhD, you become a better, more informed or well-informed researcher. So really, when you think about this concept of evidence-based practice, I hope that you get excited like I get excited when I think about it. And if not, you know, the goal of the course really is just to introduce you to evidence-based practice, to teach you how it can change your clinical practice, to teach you how to incorporate it if you so choose to. But then at the end of the day, some of you won't do that, and that's okay as well, as long as now you're informed about what evidence-based practice and evidence-based medicine is. I kind of wanted to walk you through the course a tad bit because it is an online course, and I've really tried so hard to really make this course something that is very consistent, it's very organized, and leaves you with little questions as you navigate through. But what you see right now on the page is the home page for Canvas. So this is the page that will always come up when you enter into your Canvas site. For this particular course, we're always going to be working within the modules. So when you click on the modules tab, you will see all of the modules laid out. The beautiful thing about this course is that the modules are broken down into topics. And so we will go through each of these modules in order so that the topics actually build off of themselves. So module 1 is where you will start to develop your PICO question, right? And some of you probably are smiling, some of you are frowning because you've already done this in Kin 600 with Dr. Sullivan. My hope is that you would take your clinical question that you kind of created and built in Professor A's class in Kin 605, and that kind of helped shape your presentations. I would hope that you would take that clinical question, that you would revise it, that you would get feedback from your peers, and that you would have a clinical question that would really shape either your capstone project or your thesis project as well. So module 1 is learning about PICO, creating the PICO, and receiving feedback from your peers as it relates to your actual PICO itself. We will also be talking about how to search the literature. I know you got a little bit of this in your Kin 600 course where Dr. Sullivan and Dr. Sawyer have the librarians come in and they teach you how to navigate the library. I hope that I take that a step further. I hope what I do is that I break down different search engines, maybe even expose you to some new evidence-based practice search engines that would yield better research articles that, again, could really be beneficial for your capstone or your thesis project. So as we continue down the modules, what you will see is that when we leave modules 3 and 4, we enter into probably the toughest piece of this class, which are modules 5 and probably module 6. Module 5 is very stats heavy. So module 5, what we did is we actually set aside 2 weeks for this particular module. Why? Because there are several different evidence-based practice statistics that really can help you make well-formed clinical decisions. And so we spend a lot of time there not only discussing what those statistics are, but we also teach you how to calculate them and most importantly how to interpret them. So this course is broken down into seven modules, and in the last module what you will see is really just a course wrap-up. It's a very light week. And it's a very light week because you have the largest project for this class. All of you will create what is called a critical appraisal topic. What I want to say here is this. You will do an assignment in each of these modules. And each of these assignments may seem like busy work. But I promise you this. I have 3 kids. I do not want to create busy work for you, because when I create busy work for you, I create busy work for me. So please know that every assignment you do in this class will in some way relate to your final critical appraisal topic. So it becomes very important that you pour into each of these assignments, because some of these assignments you can actually copy and paste the content from that assignment into your terminal or capstone assignment for this particular class. With that being said, I'm really looking forward to navigating this course. I'm really looking forward to the online interactions between myself and you and your peers. And I'm really looking forward to some awesome, robust discussion that occurs when you have a really good facilitated online course. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Looking forward to starting this class in the next week. Thank you so much for your time.